Well, I'm just one of the voices within the Pac-12. We as ADs discuss it. We discuss it with our president, so I discuss it with Dr. Hart. We also discuss it on the national level and some things. I've been included in some national panels on these subjects, and it'll be, and I hope I continue to be able to have a voice because I'm passionate about intercollegiate athletics and the opportunities it presents. I want to see it, and I want to see it continue. So we're in a major evolution right now in college athletics. There's the biggest two things that are taking place. One is autonomy with the Big Five conferences, which we're part of the Pac-12, which is one of the Big Five conferences. That also is the Pac-12, SEC, ACC, Big Ten, and Big 12. Those are the five conferences, and those members now have the ability to vote alone and not part of all the Division I level, so we can pass things that make sense for the Big Five conferences that may not make as much sense for some of the other five conferences. One of which is full cost of attendance, which is the difference between what your scholarship provides and what the government and the university, not the athletics department, but the university calculate the difference to cover all of your costs of attending school. University of Arizona, that's about a $1,200 a year difference, and so we can now give that additional $1,200 per student athlete that's on a full ride scholarship. If they're on a 50% scholarship in a sport, then they can get 50% of the $1,200, so that'd be $600. The other part is there's a lot of litigation going on out there, and so what some former student athletes are suing for, if they're successful, could dramatically change our model of how we have college athletics, how many sports we have, how many young people get to participate, and that could have a dramatic effect on what we do going forward. Could we afford to do full cost of attendance? Yes, but not by much. If it would become a completely free market, like some people have suggested, we don't have unlimited resources, and so we would have to decide where those dollars would come from, and the ability to have 20 sports and 500 student athletes would certainly diminish. Either that, or we de-emphasize the number of sports we would de-emphasize college athletics, and it would be much more like club sports rather than Division I college athletics at the level that we participate at currently. This year, the biggest accommodation we made is with the unlimited meals, is we are doing bear down brunch every day from 7 o'clock to 10:30 in the morning. And so our student athletes, if they're on a full ride scholarship, get the equivalent of 3 square meals a day in their check. On top of that, we're adding that brunch. That's going to add about $500,000 or $600,000 to our budget. And so those, again, real dollars that we had to generate from somewhere to be able to do it. What happened was, for the national championship football game and then for the Final Four for men's and women's basketball, you can now have, I believe the rule is that the event can pay for 2 family members to go and watch their son or daughter compete in the championship games. So the Final Four men's and women's basketball are the championship game of football, and so that's a nice step. Yeah, and what it means for those families is I'm very pleased with the schools. But that's less money that will be distributed to the schools, because the dollars that are generated off of that, those dollars will have to come from somewhere, so they'll come from the events, which means less money distributed to the schools. I mean, the big things are the autonomy. Big things are, academic integrity is a big one. You saw what happened in North Carolina. And I don't care what organization you have, it could be the greatest organization of all time. When there's flaws within organizations, it happens. Have there been flaws in intercollegiate athletics? Yes. But I still say 90-some% of what takes place in college athletics is really good. And I hope we don't lose sight of that as we're making long-term decisions.